Yay Media Group.
Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
This is your weekly dose of BS.
I feel like you tried to kill me. A few weeks ago, we talked about looks maxing.
Yes.
And a man has now died. And that other man that's trying to live forever now has like some sort of terminal prognosis. So,
Wait,
update, I'm no longer looks maxing.
Trying to look max?
There's this guy. I saw this. His name is...
Well, they are doing the most. I was thinking...
But that's what that's supposed to be. This guy, Connor Murphy, he was producing a documentary before his death. He... Basically, what this article is saying is had like a mental breakdown during COVID and fell into looks maxing and has done all these things to like change his biological rhythm and just his chemistry and all this stuff. Somehow died. I think he drowned because he was in Thailand. He was trying to... Basically, what it is saying is all of these things that he was taking were not reacting to his body the way they should have and kind of sent him into a spiral. And I guess he was running from the authorities in Thailand and jumped into a nearby lake and then drowned while swimming because his body could not take him any further.
Well, I feel like he is not normal, and that is not my fault.
We also have biohacker Brian Johnson, who spent millions of dollars trying to live forever, said basically now that his stomach is eating itself.
Okay, well then that, again, these are two stupid people.
Well, so we should not be messing with things that we shouldn't.
All I said was it'll tell you like what color your hair should be.
Oh, yeah.
If you should get... Like, you know, like for me, I was like, it says I have a little hollowness in my midface, which is very normal for somebody in their 40s. And I wasn't saying yes, Trey, you know you're not going to do the most like them.
Well, you know, actually, as I'm saying this, that reminds me, when we were in Montana, I was about to order some peptides. And Stephanie said, where are you ordering these from? And I said, this website. And she said, where'd you get this from? And I said, some man. And she said, oh, dear Jesus, don't do that. Mind you, she's peptide queen over here.
But all of mine are from a doctor. Yes. Like I have stuff that is actually, and I said, no, you cannot just buy things anywhere. I will die on that hill. Then you'll be like that man who
swam in the lake and died.
Yeah, whatever. But no, so I said, where are you buying these from? And he told me.
Well, and I've upgraded from the church parking lot to at least a semi-reputable website.
Yes, and you're wondering why people are struggling over here trying to look better. And I said, you should order from this one place. And the reason I told him to order from this one place is because I know from doing my own research that that very, very, very good, smart doctors who at least have tested this specific source. But Trey will literally just go anywhere and buy stuff. It's amazing. It's amazing he's still standing with us. If he passes away, it is not my fault from looks maxing. It is his fault from shopping at any church parking lot that will take him. Okay, that is for sure the truth.
Yeah.
He will do he will just put anything in his body.
What are some of your favorite peptides that you've taken?
So right now, Travis is on, I think it's BPC 157.
Are you on the glow one again?
No, I don't. No.
You look brighter.
No, thank you. I do take glutathione, which I think is amazing. I just do like a pill every day, but I did the injectable for a week. When I say I was glowing, I'm not even joking. My skin was never so good.
She was walking in the hallway and I felt like a light was coming towards me. I said, are you okay? And she said, yes.
And then he said, wait, I need some of that. When I say my skin, how good did my skin look?
It looks great. What was it called?
Glutathione.
Okay, this shit hurts. So she told me this.
I said, are you ready?
Did not believe her. She put it in my butt on one cheek, and then the next day we had to do the other cheek. And when I tell you I had trouble sitting, I was like, this is awful. I felt like I got stung by a bee in my butt. But it looked great.
I've been doing minoxidil for a while, which is not a peptide, but it's good for your hair. I have more hair growth than I can do with right now. And I don't do glow, but I do GHKCU, which is like one of the big components in glow. Now, here's the deal. People love GHKCU. I cannot say.
What did you just say? What
GHKCU.
What does that mean?
I can say that I feel like I take such good care of my skin. Like I do like prescription, like retinol strength things for my skin. So people do it for their skin. I really feel like my retinol does.
What does it do?
Just as much. I mean, it's supposed to like help. I don't really think it's like, I think people take GHKCU thinking it's going to just give them this like look maxed look, you know, like where you just are going to look so much youthful. I think it may help a little bit. No, I don't know. Some people maybe. Also, I'm wondering what people are taking when they buy from half these sources. Like maybe there's something in there that should not be in there. But I'm telling you, like it's supposed to help with like collagen and your skin and like your hair growth. There's supposed to be a bunch of different things for it. It's a copper peptide. So it's supposed to be really great for skin as well. But I feel like I have pretty good skin, knock on wood. But I take very, very good care of my skin. So I don't know if it has not been life-changing on the things that most people say it's life-changing. But I think it's because I'm also on minoxidil for hair, skin, for hair and nails.
Is that an injectable or a pill?
A pill, and I'm on prescription strength oral minoxidil, and I do all of my skincare. I've kind of went more this instead of buying expensive skincare, medical grade skincare. If I'm being honest, I am now like with prescription medical grade skincare. Like I am.
Oh wait, what does that mean?
So I do a. It's from Ageless RX for people who want to know because I know I'm going to get questions and I'm horrible at looking
Ageless
at my
RX.
AgelessRx.com is where you get it from. And I take if you just go like on their skincare part, I take two things from them. I take a retinol that's prescription strength and it has ascorbic acid in it and something else. It has multiple things, but ascorbic acid is actually a vitamin C. So I have a prescription strength vitamin C and a prescription strength retinol in the same one. And a lot of people are like, you shouldn't take them at the same time. They start you on a low dose and you work your way up and it's fine for my skin. And then I take that at night, every night. And then I also take DMAE from them. And that is like kind of for skin tightening. And I do that 3 nights a week. And then I do that I can do it every day. Right now I'm not because I ran out of my cleanser and I was an idiot and used my kids cleanser, which is like an acne cleanser. And it's very stripping and I already use stripping things. So right now I'm babying my skin, but I use those two.
Where do you find these things?
I have nothing but time. They're prescription strength. So they're all like medical grade. So I wanted to get on a good like retinol, prescription strength retinol. And on the same website, it has the DMAE, which I have heard good things about. If I had to choose one, I would do the retinol and make sure that you are doing it like monthly. Like I have it to where every month it gets shipped to my house. I also use retinol on my hands every night, my chest, my neck, my face, and then I'll put it on my hands. Because when they say that your hands are the first place where you can actually tell somebody's age.
Oh,
and they get a lot of sun damage because you're driving and So
prescription strength retinol.
Yes.
All right. So peptides though, what would you recommend? What's life changing?
Or I don't know. I think if you're not getting them from a good place, don't get them at all. So I don't want to go down here and say buy peptides because I don't think they're good. I think most people are not getting them from reputable places. I think most people are going online and getting them from like they call them like the gray markets.
And there are reputable places.
Yes. I would find out.
But we're not doctors, so we can't tell you
I would find out a place that you can get peptides from a doctor and go that route. That is what I will tell you. Now, Dr. Angela Straffus, STRA, I think FACE, if I'm not mistaken, in South Lake, will prescribe you peptides. I would go to her.
Wow, we just got the full plug.
So there you go.
That is wild. Yes. All right, we got to take a break real quick. We'll be right back.
I'm doing something else at her place, and I'm doing this. I think it's called EBOO, and I have to do 2 more. But I go in, and a long time ago, I did this. I gave my bone marrow to somebody else a long time ago, and how they do that is they put you on a machine, and the machine takes your blood out, and then takes what it needs, and then it puts your blood back in. This whenever I gave it, took all the bone marrow that needed, and then so on one. So there were like 2 sides for the needle. One side was the exit, and the other side was the entrance. Ugh. And this machine kind of is the same thing. So I will have I can't move at all for like an hour, and they do a exit line on I have to do it on my hand because I have horrible veins, and then an entrance on my other hand. And what they do is they take your blood, and then they get out like mold, plastics, like all these toxins. Yes, you'll be shocked at what comes out of your blood.
Ew.
And then they filter it out, all the bad stuff, and then they oxygenate it, and then they put it back in to you. So after they take the bad stuff out for a good hour, then they will oxygenate your blood and then put it back in. And then my favorite part is at the very end, they give you a glutathione injection. You know how I feel about the glutathione. And then you feel great. And you're supposed to do, I believe, 3 treatments. And then at the end, you go in and they do something else. I forget. It's but I'm doing that right now, which is really interesting. It literally gets rid of all these like toxins in your body. So it gets rid of a lot. Like my mom, for example, a lot of people have mold and don't know it. And you don't have to live in a house that has mold.
What do you mean I have mold?
To get mold.
Like in my body?
A lot of people do, yeah. So there are ways that you can kind of get rid of mold, plastics, all kinds of stuff. You have all kinds of stuff. A lot of people, my mom got tested and she has a lot of mold in her body. So she's getting, but a lot of times when you don't feel well,
I am concerned.
It's because you have this. Yeah.
So does this reduce your susceptibility to illnesses?
I don't know. This doctor just said, do you want to do this? I said, sure, let's go. And Travis is doing it too. It's great. Now I am much healthier than Travis because my stuff comes out and I have some foam. And then the stuff that comes out, it's more
hers just sparkling.
It really, they were like, we could put glitter in yours. Wow. I said, I take care of myself. I knew before anything that mine would be much better looking than Travis's. And then Travis came in before me and his looked like urine. The stuff that came out of his blood, it was like yellow. It looked like almost like urine. And mine was like a little foggy, but like almost like an off-white color.
Ew.
But you know what? He did one treatment. The next time he went in the following week, and his was more of an off-white color. So they got rid of that much stuff. Just, yeah.
Does it hurt?
No, it's just, you just have to sit there and watch, like a home. They'll put like, Home and Garden TV on, and I'll just sit and watch it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. So that's what I do. But I do weird things. Like I also.
Yeah. Let's put that one at the top of the list.
Yeah. Like I do. Yeah. But I also do like a red light therapy bed all the time.
She's doing a deep clean of her blood. I'm very healthy. I don't really I'm like so weird because a lot of people will inject themselves and put a lot of shit in their face. I'm not that kind of, I don't like filler. I don't like threads. You will never catch me doing threads. I will just get a facelift. I will never do threads in my face. But I will do pretty much anything else. But I just don't I like more things that I feel like could not help my body. Yeah.
I just want to feel healthy and I'm taking care of my body. And it's so weird because I go to this doctor and I do not take a GLP-1 right now because honestly, I feel like I've been doing this Caroline Gervin workout forever. And I take this B12 or this vitamin B shot occasionally. I feel good and I don't really want to lose any weight. But I've also heard, and my doctor's brought up that she feels like at some point everyone's going to be microdosing GLP-1s because it's actually, if you take small amounts of it, It's really, really good for you. It's good for inflammation and a lot of
I'm
other
overdosing.
things. Now you are doing
kidding.
the opposite. You're doing the most, but that's very interesting. I would take it for those things. I just always felt like a GLP-1 was only for like if you really want to get in there and lose weight. And then now it's kind of being said that there are other things that are really good for like microdosing, like GLP-1s.
When I tell you all, she kept me in the closet for so long about my GLP-1 journey. Mind you, I wasn't losing massive weight.
Well, that is the truth. Well, here's the deal. Because when it first came out, Trey was so excited about meeting the person in the first part, this person in the church parking lot. And I was like, there's no
she said,
way.
you cannot put that on the podcast.
Not
She's like,
sharing
that is not good.
I said, that's not like healthy.
So that is not what Jesus intended for that parking lot.
And also, it was
hard to get.
At one time, people were crazy with each other. Like I also, if people are out there shaming each other on social media about what they're, I'm like, we are not getting into this because you will get so much shame. Well, and as you should for the church parking lot. I don't know what you were getting. Well, that's another thing. Like you don't know what if you're meeting
it was coming
somebody
from a doctor.
There is no.
I haven't seen a certificate, but like that was just a convenient meetup spot. We just both went to the same church, so it was like, hey, after the 10 a.m. service.
That is not, no.
You got your goods.
No. See, I will give my doctor's name. He probably won't even give this doctor's name because they're probably not a doctor.
I know her first name. I don't really know her last name.
That is a problem, Trey. So how did you find, okay, first of all,
Through
how did you find out? This sounds like a drug deal. That's what it sounds like.
Yes. And it felt like one. And I guess technically it was one. But it was for weight loss drugs.
I will tell you this. No, I've never, and maybe you and I'm just older, so I think that I have more to lose. Like if something goes bad, my body's not going to be there for me like it will for you. So I have to be very careful.
I don't know. I feel like yours might be there for you more than mine will.
There's a possibility.
Yours seems pretty happy.
It's because I go to reputable places and take care of it. But the amount of people that I see online doing things where I think you really have to be careful with peptides because with my very minimal research that I've done, and maybe I'm wrong, but what I've heard is a lot of people aren't cycling in and out of peptides. A lot of them you have to do cycles of.
Because your body will get used to it.
Not only that, but a lot of things I have heard can, make things like cancer grow and stuff like so that it can actually be harmful in the end if you're not under a doctor's care really doing what you should do.
Yeah. I do know that my peptide plug was a doctor because whenever I went for my yearly physical, they said, oh, you're on GLP-1. I said, who told you that? They said, well, it's in your chart. I said, why is it in my chart? And they said, some doctor prescribed you GLP-1. And I said, oh, okay. I thought someone told on me. No,
look at you. They probably just said, wow, you are so skinny.
They said,
you are
thin.
Definitely on a GLP-1.
Yes. All right, we're going to take a break real quick, but we'll be right back.
So now that I know that people are probably talking about peptides, I will tell you there is on TikTok, probably also on Instagram, there is a doctor that if you really want to get into this and you want to do it the Trey way, that I would recommend. And her name is Dr. Christy. Let me find her because she is a molecular oncologist. There's two. I think there's another guy named Dr. Bahati something or another. He's a guy.
You are my molecular oncologist.
Well, that's real. Dr. Christy, KristiSawicki, and is how you spell her last name. And if you go on there, she literally pretty much only talks about peptides. Again, she's a molecular oncologist, and she'll tell you where to buy things from if you're wanting to get them on a site. One of the sites that she recommends is Luvion Bio, which I had Trey. I was like, if you buy something, buy it from here because I trust this lady. I feel like she's very, very knowledgeable, and that's where she buys her stuff, and she's a doctor. And she has tested a bunch of peptides and will tell you that you're not always getting what you think you're getting in a lot of these places that you can buy them online. So be very, very, very careful. But I would go to her if you're doing something, do it the right way, and at least have a doctor guide you. You can also pay her I've not done this, but I have seen that you can pay her for her to kind of go over what you're taking or what your goals are. And she will give you like this whole,
Oh, that'd probably be useful.
which is really cool. Like, this is exactly what you should take. This is what you should do. She has a peptide cheat sheet, which will
you
tell
just send
you
her like your blood work?
I do my blood work twice a year. I think for her, I don't know what, I've not done it, but I know that you can pay for her to like literally do like an hour, like Zoom with you and kind of and she'll tell you everything that you want to know and kind of what you should do and all that. So I don't know. That's my only, I'm not saying that's advice. This is not advice. Do not sue me if you buy stuff and it does not work out for you. This is just like, this lady's a doctor. And I'm very weird about people just, knowing what's out there and doing the right thing by their body.
What was the website called that we ordered my stuff from?
Well, let's first go to Dr. Christie and like see, but it's Luvion Bio, Luvion Bio.
Yes.
And that's where she recommends getting stuff if you're going to get stuff online. And she's tested stuff from there. And anyway, so
that's where I ordered my Retatrutide from. And I got the Costco size bottle because...
did you get it yet?
Yeah, it came yesterday. I said, oh, Hercules. So Retatrutide is GLP-3. So the first two GLPs, I guess, I don't know, or something with weight loss. But the third piece, like, preserves muscle. So it's just not eating away at all your hard work.
Yes, well,
so we are so excited for that.
I do not know if you can really get Retatrutide at very many places, like the true Retatrutide. And again, Trey's getting this from Luvion Bio, which I think, from what she says, is a great place to get things. But I am just not a doctor, so I'm not going to say either way. But where he was going to buy it from, I was like, absolutely not. Like, he will just go anywhere and buy anything. And he said, oh, this buff guy on TikTok buys his stuff here. And I said, he probably is making a commission off these fools. Like, no, like, if you're going to do it, like, at least
this was someone I know. And I was like, hey, where do you get your peptides? And he was like, oh, and had a whole link and sent it to me. And I said, great.
Not a great... No, they had like bull horns on the bottles. I said, no, it looked like it was very makeshift. I said, no, absolutely not. Friends don't let friends buy shady things. And now, I tried to save him when he was in the church parking lot. I want you to know I'm a real friend, but
turns out that was real because my doctor knew about it. Mm-hmm. So, who knows?
Yeah, that's what we're saying to ourselves. That's what we're saying to ourselves. But
that's anytime what you should do. Someone is like, have you heard of blah, 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 and it's something like medical or something like anti-aging, I'm like, no, but hold on. I'll text Stephanie like, hey, have you heard of this? And she's like, yeah, a year ago. She is somehow always ahead of the curve. She's like, been there, done that, got the t-shirt to prove it.
Yep. I mean, I think peptides, from what like a lot of doctors are saying, like, I think peptides are amazing. There's naturally occurring, I guess, in your body. So,
But that's the other piece. Is you don't want to replace what your body's naturally producing these things.
You really want to cycle on and off.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so if someone wanted to start like 3 things, they've never done a peptide, what are the 3 things you'd recommend and how much do they cost?
Oh my God, Trey.
Yeah, this is a great question.
This is not...
This is such an informative podcast. I would say minoxidil.
Well, that's not a peptide. I would recommend...
It's not?
No. Oh. Only if you feel like your hair is thinning or you want it, like, I felt like my hair was just not as like full as it used to be. So if you feel like you have a problem, like something's bothering you, oral minoxidil is amazing. I get it from ro.co because I know people are going to ask.
Ro.co, they're a big company.
Yes. Amazing. Make sure that you look for women's minoxidil whenever you oral minoxidil, because if you a lot of people do it and they say they don't sell it anymore. No, you have to find like just women's minoxidil. Okay, so then I love minoxidil, but that's not a peptide.
Which, side note, Nutrafol has minoxidil in it.
Yes.
If you're curious.
And then I would use like like a retinoid, something. I would do prescriptions. I would do like a prescription strength retinol, and I would do vitamin. I mean, I think there are things better than peptides. I would do that. If you have a lot of pain, like the BPC 157 or, like, I believe that's what Travis is getting. Yeah, BPC 157. I mean, that's really helped him with his pain.
Oh my, there was something she gave him in Montana. And when I tell you, she pulled out what looked like
that is his testosterone.
It looked like a lateral sewer line that she was pulling out to fill this syringe. I said, there is no way you are sticking that big ass needle in him. And she was like, watch. And she walked back to the bedroom and we didn't hear a scream, but I thought we were gonna.
No, that's testosterone from his doctor, but he does injections. Like I do the cream and he does the injections, and every Monday we stick him. And then I would do different things other than peptides. I don't think peptides are the end all be all. I'm going to be honest. I would do I think microneedling is the best thing you can do for your skin. I really do. Like I would say a good medical grade skincare, and I would microneedling with PRF.
Okay, then let me ask you this. What are 2 things you would not do that you tried and did not like?
Well, I've never tried it, but I would never will you ever catch me putting threads in my face. They're short term, they're expensive. My really good friend went to one of the best plastic surgeons in the country and got a facelift. Mm-hmm. And the number one thing she said every doctor, and she went and looked at all the top doctors, asked was, do you do facial threading? And that's a big no-no for them because it creates so much scar tissue. And the threads have like, when you go fishing and there's like this barb, mm-hmm. That's what it has, like this barb that kind of catches, which is what keeps it.
Pulls your face up? But then those threads can snap, right?
Yes. I did have a cast member whose one side of her face thread snapped.
I didn't think you were going to go that specific.
Yes, one of the seasons, and she had to get it fixed. And I said, "Woo, you look special."
But half your face drops, right?
She looked special. I mean, I don't know what I mean. It just one side did not look like the other. That's all I'm saying. And I would not do threads. I have done this in the past. I would never do it again. Like a filler, like under my eyes. No. Like I did that, back in the day when it was like the thing to do, and I should not have. It just makes you look a little chipmunky. I think I don't do a lot with filler. I feel like filler is very scary. Also it just, I think it can look very heavy handed, and that's it. But a lot of stuff I would do, but I would not do filler. I'm very weird I don't do a lot of lasers. You have to be careful with the lasers and the technicians that you use because
sometimes they're not qualified.
Well, and they can actually like
do more damage
than good if they go too deep, and it's like they can actually like melt your fat, which is not what you want the older you get. So anyway, I would do, again, I think microneedling. If you can do microneedling every at least like 3 months, I think that is such a game changer for your skin quality, your skin. It's not going to do like crazy building of collagen, but it will build some collagen. I have noticed the biggest difference in my skin when I started doing microneedling with PRF, and I do that every 3 months. And I feel like my skin quality is a lot better, and I would do that. I would invest in that, and I would invest in a prescription strength. Like tretinoin and retinol, something. Yeah. Oh, and if your skin's like really, really inflamed, do like a zinc on top of it to really help calm that down. My skin's been inflamed for a few days and it's made such a difference. You can even get like almost like a diaper rash cream if you want, but there's one that I use. I'll find it and give it to Trey so he can spread the.
I feel like you need to put notes for this whole episode on your Instagram story.
Probably, but. There's something that I got at CVS. When I say it is amazing, I would pull it out of my purse, but I don't think it's in my purse. I think it's by my bedside table. But I bought it in Montana because my skin always gets kind of dry in Montana. And it's so good. It's so good. And I cannot think of the name of it, but it's really good. But it has a lot of zinc in it, which is really calming for your skin.
There you go. Well, thank you, Dr. Hollman.
Yeah.
We appreciate your service. On that note, we have to go.
Yes. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Hollman on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart. You can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast. And you can watch us on YouTube at Weekly Dose of BS.
Bye. Yay Media Group.